Hey, it's SHOVELHEADFFEJ, and today we are in Mrs. Dee Dee's kitchen. And before you judge me about how our house looks, we live here, and this is our crap and our mess, so it doesn't bother us. Anyway, today I am going to smoke some pork. Bacon, to be in fact. We like to smoke our own bacon. You can easily go down to any meat market. Not gonna be able to get it from Walmart or whatever, but if you go down there, a butcher or meat market or whatever, you can just ask for pork belly. What we like about it is that there's no salt, there's no sodium, there's no nitrates, there's nothing funky. It's not artificially flavored or anything else like that. It is 100% pure. This is one of our pigs that we got, so we know what goes in it. We know how it was treated. This pig was named Ricky Bobby, and we taught him some tricks. What he was able to do was eat, and he did it very well. Well, it was time for him to end his existence on this plane of the universe, and so what we're going to do is smoke him up. If a lot of places they soak the pork or the pork belly in a brine, or God knows, they use sodium iodine or whatever, which is really not good for the human body. They call it salt. The salt of 30 years ago is different than the salt that is now. We use two types of salt, or actually three. Sometimes we use Redmond, we use Himalayan salt, or we use I forgot the name of the other stuff. But what is it, Miss Dee Dee?
It's Malden.
Malden salt, which is a crystallized salt that comes from, it doesn't have all the plastics in it. It doesn't have any of the, it's all deep earth, before man roamed the earth from the ocean floor back a gazillion years ago, whatever. So anyway, what we're going to do is smoke it. I've already cleaned this, and I've wiped it all down. And as far as the salt, I'll show you where the salt comes in play later on. We already have a fire going outside, and when I say a fire, you just want to use the smoke. You're not cooking it. And so one of the first things that you do if you are a long bearded gentleman like me is to put your beard up, because it really sucks if it gets singed, and it really is. I don't know if there's any hair in the food. I freak out, and Debbie freaks out, even if it's my own hair. So bear with. There we go. There you go. No hair will fall out. Another thing is, I don't have gloves on. I see a lot of guys, that cook, and they wear the latex gloves and all that. I mean, it's my food. It's my hands. I'm the one cooking it. Me and Miss Dee Dee. I mean, my hands have been all over her, and vice versa. So we wash our hands. I'm in trouble now. We wash our hands and all that other stuff. So, got the fire going. But before I go outside, it's cold. Florida cold. It's cold, and so since it's chilly and cold, I'm gonna have to put on my limited edition, very rare, there's only a few of these hoodies that are on sale now. If you go check out our website, SHOVELHEADFFEJ.com, if you go to SHOVELHEADFFEJ.com, we've got these zip-up hoodies, quality hoodies, thick, almost thick to Florida. It's almost like a winter for like if it's snowing or something like that. I think these are made in Venezuela, definitely not China, and they actually have the YKK zippers, and they got the pockets and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm going to bring this outside, and I'll meet you there at the smoker. Cut. One of the things that's really important is that we're only going to smoke it. We're not cooking it. We're just smoking it to try to get the flavor in it. Oak wood, we use oak wood because that's readily available here in Florida, is the southern oak. It's a very, very strong wood, very strong taste. So what we'll do is we'll smoke it for like 2 or 3 hours. Doesn't take much to get the smoke flavor into it. I always put it with the rind side down at the very beginning so that all the the smoke can get into that beautiful meat. And we shut the lid and make sure our flute is down to generate a lot of smoke. And then every half an hour or so, I'll come out here and I'll put another piece of wood on it or something like that to not to cook it, but just to get the smoke flavor into it. And then when I'm done with this, we'll take some inside, we'll cut it up, we'll cook it. It's gonna be a good breakfast. See how that smoke is already doing its thing? You don't want to keep opening it up. I'm just doing that to show you how it's sitting. Like I said, the rind down, there is a rind on it. Most of the time that you can get it with the rind. Sometimes you don't. But we're always rind down. All right, this is a perfect, which you can see in this camera here. This is a just perfectly cold smoked, seasoned bacon, oak smoked. We had it for like, I think maybe like 3 hours. If you can, look how pretty this thing is. Ain't she a beaut? So what we do is, now what I'll do is I'll cut it. It all depends, you know, like how big, like how much bacon. Cut it, and what we'll do is we'll save some for. You're kidding me. It's hard to. There's nothing worse than filming and realizing, dang it, I didn't have the other camera going. So I already sliced this. But what we'll do is we'll cut it in sections of how much we're going to use it, how much we're going to eat it, and then we'll freeze the rest that we're not going to eat. I find that when you go to thaw it out, just before it starts to get thawed out, it's much easier to slice into thick pieces. So I just portion it out, and then that's it. And then we get the old, we get to eat it. So we just portion 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, 5 pieces, or 5 sections. That'll be enough to last us for, how long will that last us, Miss Dee Dee?
Probably about 6 months. 4 months.
Yeah, it's plenty of bacon. Like I said, at like $3 a pound. So people will say, hey, it's too much of a pain in the butt to do or whatever. Man, and to me, it tastes way better. I do like thick bacon, so I can cut it as much as I want. And if you don't want to make bacon out of it, you can actually just cut pork belly into chunks, and it's really awesome. So anyway, that's it. Like, share, subscribe. Go to SHOVELHEADFFEJ.com. Buy something. Help me keep going. Hope you like this video, because I do like to cook and I do like to eat. And I'm not a vegan, so if meat worries you, you're at the wrong place. Alright, later. Peace out. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. However that thing goes. Alright, Debbie, shut the camera off, please. I don't even know if that... Oh, wait a minute. Don't shut that one off. Look at that smoke ring. Oh, beautiful. That's beautiful. Smells good. Anyway, got great smoke ring. We're good to go. All right, cut. Now I'll shut the camera off. What good does it do if I teach you how to, or show you how to smoke bacon, if I don't at least show you how to cook it? we have one of the most simplest, easiest ways of cooking bacon that makes it crisp, and it comes out perfect every single time. And one of the good things about making your own bacon and smoking your own bacon is I cannot stand that little tiny wispy slices of bacon that they give you, and you know, they think you're getting a lot of bacon, and the reality is you can actually read a newspaper through the darn thing because it's so thin. I like thick cut bacon because I'm a man. I like my steaks thick. I like my women thick. I'm in trouble again. I like thick cut bacon, so we can custom cut our bacon. Another thing is we figured it out. If we went down to the local meat market, and if we bought the pork belly, it's like $3 a pound. Which, how much is bacon now?
It's like $14 a pound.
Like $14 a pound. So you're saving a lot of money. It's better for you, and it's good tasting. Now, you're going to see hands in the video. Miss Dee Dee, it's early in the morning. Miss Dee Dee's not ready for her close-up. So if it looks like I have girly hands, it's because Miss Dee Dee's the one cooking the bacon, not me. That's her hands. Kind of like Waylon Jennings on the Duke of Hazzards.
Okay, so we really like thick bacon, and after all, it's got to have the pork chop effect, you know, it's got to be good. So what you do is you just put your cold bacon in your cold pan. Get it all in there, and then what you're going to do is turn. Ooh.
Damn, I'm going to burn the house down.
You're going to turn your fire on, and then you're going to put cold water on top of this.
How much cold water is that?
This is about 2/3 of a cup because this is thick bacon. And then once it begins to boil, it will then boil out the water, and then your fat from the bacon will magically appear.
How about the salt? What about the salt? There's no salt. What are you going to do about the salt?
Well, you can put salt in it if you like, which I can do that.
I like salt.
Okay. So we're just going to salt it just a little bit.
What kind of salt is that?
This is pink Himalayan salt.
Oh, from Walmart.
From Walmart, yeah. I mean, you can get it from better sources, but that's what we have right now. And it does take a little bit of time for that water to boil, but it definitely makes it perfect bacon. So right now the water is starting to boil out of your bacon, and you can see that the fat is starting to appear. So it's going to take a few minutes, and then we'll turn it and let it cook on the other side, and we'll be ready to go.
So now you say the fat is starting to appear. Do you mean it's rendering?
It's rendering, yes, that's the proper word. Thank you. So it's coming along. It just takes a few minutes.
How long has it been?
Probably about 5 minutes or 7 minutes, something like that.
All right, we'll get back to you.
Okay, so now we're about ready to flip our bacon here. One thing you will know is when it comes from boiling to sizzling, you know that it's ready to really keep an eye on and start being ready to flip it. Also, I do cook it at a medium temperature. So we are, as you can see, we're flipping and everything is looking great. A little sizzly and pops a little bit, but man, is it good. It's worth a little bit of popping.
Do you ever cover the bacon?
No, I don't cover it. It seems to work out well this way, so we're good. And it's going to take, it probably takes like 2 or 3 more minutes on this side, and we're ready to go, ready to eat. Okay, and now we're ready to take it out, and you see that it is perfectly cooked.
Crispy.
Crispy cooked, yep. So we're ready to go. Always take those out last.
What do you do with all this nasty stuff?
This nasty stuff,
the good stuff.
The good stuff. Actually, I take this grease and then use it to cook my eggs. I usually have a couple of eggs with our bacon, and we're all set for a nice breakfast.
And you save it in a jar.
And I save it in a jar.
Because we don't use any type of seed oils like avocado or
Crisco
Crisco or yeah.
Yep.
This is 100% natural. That other stuff sucks. Okay, we showed you how to smoke it. We showed you how to cut it. We showed you how to cook it. And I'm going to eat it. In fact, this is my happy meal. The great thing about this is sometimes we don't sit down and have a breakfast. We try to kind of eat it on the go. This is how we eat it on the go. We don't need no eggs. Food's already been blessed. It's hot. It's good. What do you think?
Excellent.
She gave a thumbs up. Alright. Of course, like, share, subscribe. Check out our merchandise, our merch. Check out SHOVELHEADFFEJ.com for, you know, all of our crap. Alright, see ya. I gotta go.